This is the 6th episode of Spiceworks Live. Today, behind the scenes of Spiceworks 6. Spiceworks Live, my name is Elise. I'm in marketing here at Spiceworks. And if this is your first time joining us, this is a weekly live stream that we've been doing to cover the release of Spiceworks 6, which is the latest release of the Spiceworks app. And we've been covering all kinds of cool features every week and giving you guys sneak peeks of what's to come. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to put a couple of Spiceworkers in the hot seat. And we're going to be talking to someone from testing, someone from dev, and someone from support. They're going to give us all of the inside scoop on what it's like to work at Spiceworks, what they're working on in Spiceworks 6, and pretty much anything else that you want to ask them. So you'll have a chance to send in your questions using the live chat window, as usual, and put them in the hot seat. It's fair game, mostly. I mean, be nice. But you can ask them whatever you want about working at Spiceworks or about the release. We're also going to be doing a special edition of the Poetry Corner featuring Matt Kahn. If you tuned in last week, you will know that we have had a contest running in the community this month for National Poetry Month, and we had a contest around people writing poems for Spiceworks 6. So those winning poems are going to be read in a special edition of the Poetry Corner, and that'll be coming shortly. It's really funny, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, just as a reminder, send all your questions in. We're going to be giving away a Spiceworks 6 t-shirt at the end. We're going to be doing sort of a random drawing from the t-shirts, so be sure to keep those questions coming. And I think that's it for the updates. So we can just scoot right into the Q&A with my friends on the couch. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Nice to see you here. So I just want to have you guys maybe do a quick introduction, who you are, kind of what you do here at Spiceworks, and just introduce yourself to the folks at home that don't know you.
I'm Brandon. I'm one of the test engineers here at Spiceworks. I've been working on a lot of the main features that we have coming out for the 6.0 release. So app in the Nmap, cloud services, and agent.
And those of you who have been following the live streams know that you've seen Brandon on both sides of the interview questions for several of the features, so he probably looks familiar to you. Hi, David.
Hi, my name's David. I work as an analytics developer, and I'm on the recommendations team. And we work on trying to bring more relevant content to you to just improve your overall experience inside of Spiceworks, both in the community and in the app.
Excellent, our developer. And from support, James.
Hi, James Barnett. I am one of the support team members for Spiceworks, and I'm heading up the Spiceworks 6 beta on the support side. We basically, any questions that you guys get or have or issues with the app, you send them in to us, and we send you an answer or fix your issue or send a bug to these guys so they can get it fixed on the code side.
Probably one of the more visible folks in the community to you guys from support. And
Yeah.
James has also been part of Spiceworks Live every week in the social media lounge, helping us pick out questions from you. So he has been involved. So give us a little bit of more color on your day-to-day here and what it's like in your specific roles here at Spiceworks.
I'll go first. Basically, I have a support queue, and then we also go out on the community. Users send in their issues to support@spiceworks.com, and we get them. We respond to them as timely as possible, and try and get their issues resolved. It's ranges from everything from just a simple Spiceworks isn't starting to my database is corrupt. Please help me.
How long have you worked here, by the way?
Just over a year.
Okay, so you've been here longer than I have. How about you, David? You've been here a long time.
Yeah, I've been here for probably 5 years or so.
Have you really?
I was the first intern.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was the first intern. Let's see. My day-to-day, recently it's been just working on 6.0, trying to get it finished as quickly as we possibly can. We've also, I'd say more typically than that, it's just digging into data, trying to find anything that we can do to provide a more relevant experience.
Cool.
So.
One note, in case you guys hear banging in the background, we are expanding to the upstairs, and apparently they're doing some work in the kitchen, which is right behind where we're filming. So bear with us. There might be a little bit of noise, but we'll try to speak over it. So what about you? What's your day-to-day like here in testing?
Besides making these guys appreciate a full head of hair, day-to-day in testing, it's really quite unique. There's a lot of different things that I do throughout the day, which makes my job really interesting. So I go in and test the various features of the product. I'm working with Dave and some of the other developers. We talk about the features that are going into the product. how we can test it, and make the product testable so we're giving a great product to the end users. But I'm also working with James and some of the other support members on making sure that all the questions that are out there in the community are being answered, but I also pull in questions from the community and bring those back into the product so it's more voice of the customer.
Cool. I sort of lost my train of thought there for a second. I don't know why.
Somebody is behind me.
So I would love to ask a really intelligent, follow-up, but I will keep it as, so aside from testing Spiceworks 6, so after the release comes out, what kinds of stuff would you be doing day to day?
Working on 6.1, 6.2.
The follow-ups?
Yeah, it'll probably be a lot of that because we're just working so hard on getting more features into the product. So I do expect to be working on a lot of the new features, but also there's probably going to be quite a few questions that come in with people upgrading from 5.3 to 6.0, and so I'll be out there in the community kind of fielding some of those questions and trying to reproduce any issues that we see.
Good point. And just as a little plug, if I could just insert a plug, if you guys can get in there and test, that makes your update process much easier and more seamless and frees up a lot of your time and these guys' times as well, just by making it that much easier to do. So you should really go in there and test. Just saying.
Thank you.
So in terms of 6, what are you working on specifically for 6, David?
Our team had 2 major problems that we wanted to solve. The first is Spiceworks is such a big product. We got so many features, and there's a help desk community inventory app that you might use some of it, you might use all of it. But we wanted to provide a more custom and tailored experience to the parts that you do use more frequently. So if you're a help desk user, we find help desk related content for you to read. If you're an inventory user, we'll try and find problems that you have on the network and solutions that might be in the community and that kind of thing. The second problem that we wanted to solve was try and get questions answered more quickly in the community. So to do that, we added 2 things, SIMSBin analysis, and then we've also done some user similarity. And really all that boils down to is we can now dissect a topic, figure out kind of what it's talking about and who is most likely to know the answer to that question, and we try and pair those people up as quickly as we can so that you're getting solutions to your problems more quickly.
Very nice. So just in terms of 6, how many bugs have you found, or are you working on 6.0 right now?
I've got just a few in my queue right now. I've probably got less than 10, I would say, so I'm trying to get those finished up as quickly as I can.
Nice. Because it was built so well to begin with. There's really...
Yes.
So, yeah. So James, what about, aside from working the social media lounge every Wednesday morning, what kind of Spiceworks 6 stuff are you working on?
I'm in the community as much as I can, trying to make sure I hit every thread just to make sure it's, that I know everything, all the issues that everybody's seen. It's different for everybody, and we need to make sure we vet every environment as well as we can. So everything's valid, so if you have an issue, post it out there. As far as 6 goes, it's pretty much the same stuff I do in production, but with more of a focus on making sure that it's not an overall bug and not just a user issue.
And what's the most common support question that you get?
Like overall, discovery, definitely discovery.
Discovery?
Yeah, a lot of times the biggest question is I have this device that just won't scan, none of my devices scan, and stuff like that. And actually a lot of the stuff that's going in with Nmap should help out with that. So
I was just going to say, I think we're working on some stuff to improve
Yeah, I'm really excited for it because it'll make my job a lot easier.
That's good. Little plug for Nmap there and Spiceworks 6. Cool. So let's just go into a little bit more, just sort of more about you guys personally and sort of, a little more about what you guys, where you come from and what your interests are. So put you in the hot seat.
Okay.
So let's see. Who am I going to start with? How about James?
Uh-oh.
I will start with you. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Don't think too long.
I think Captain Kirk. No.
Jar Jar.
Probably Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ah, that's
because
good one.
he's been there from the beginning. He's always been like a mentor to both Anakin and Luke, and he I would say he supports them in a way.
Love it. All right. Let's switch over to, I don't know why I'm thinking Elvis. Elvis is not what I wanted to ask. How about Brandon? Where are you originally from? Who's your home team?
Originally from Michigan, so if I look a little pale, that's
you can blame it on that.
That's snow camouflage.
It's evolutionary. Yeah. There are reasons for it.
It's great for, evading snowmen and things like that.
Predators in Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd maybe get cast in some vampire movie, but I doubt it.
Stop it.
Yep.
So Michigan, and how long have you been in Austin?
I've been in Austin for about 7 or 8 years now.
Cool. So. I think you started after I did here at Spiceworks, right? When did you start?
I came to Spiceworks in January.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I started in October, so just barely. We were right around the same time. So you were in Austin before you started here?
Yeah, I've been around here in the software industry and a few other industries prior to that. So
cool.
It's, love it here. It's great.
You can almost call yourself a native Austinite at this point, because everyone is a transplant here. So 7 years, you can pretty much squeeze
Except for the real Austinites. I don't think they'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. There aren't that many of them, though, so that's the good news. All right. Last, maybe personal question from me for David is, what's your favorite zombie movie?
I should probably say something like Night of the Living Dead or something classic, but I really like Zombieland. I kind of like the
Wait, which one?
Zombieland.
I haven't even seen that one.
Oh, it's really good. I like kind of the comedic zombie movie, so that was just
like a spoof.
It's not a spoof. It's just a comedy set with zombies. I mean, it's kind of like Shaun of the Dead, along the same vein. Just really fun. So
nice. All right, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so that wraps up my questions. I have more, but let's get your questions in from the community. So if you have been already, just go ahead and type them into the live chat window, and you won't need to log in to Ustream or anything. You won't see your username pop up with it. So just send in your questions, ask away, and at the end we're going to be picking one random question, and that person will win a T-shirt. So get your questions in. But first, let's go over to the long-awaited Poetry Corner.
Oh, hello there. Welcome back. We've got quite an exciting episode of Spiceworks 6 Poetry Corner for you today. We're going to read the top voted user-submitted poems, and I'm going to start right now. Our first poem comes from Paragraph and has been spiced up 6 times. Spiceworks version 6. Can't prevent zombie outbreaks. Feature request submitted. Good one, Paragraph. Next up, we have a poem by Justin Davison, and it has been spiced up 9 times. There once was a Spiceworks version 6. That was one of every IT pro's top picks. There is a good chance I'll do a happy dance, though I may have to skip the high kicks. Good one, Justin. We may have to skip those high kicks. And also, with 9 times spiced up, Rob Q comes in with, there once was a man from Nantucket. His pricey software kicked the bucket. His budget was 0. Spiceworks 6 made him a hero. He told his old software to suck it. Good one, Rob Q. And finally, our highest voted user-submitted poem by Justin Davison, spiced up 18 whole times. There once was a T-Rex from Nantucket who floated to Austin in a bucket. He announced Spiceworks 6 as one of his tricks, so the competition gave up and said, F it. Good one, Justin. Good one, everyone. And thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Spiceworks 6 Poetry Corner.
Matt Kahn, everybody, Poetry Corner. Something tells me this will be a repeat occurrence here at Spiceworks. All right, I've got some of your questions in. Let's go ahead and put the team on the hot seat here. So the first one, maybe a support question, James. Will Spiceworks 6 allow for WAN tunnel monitoring?
I'm not really sure what the specifics he means by that, but already Spiceworks can pretty much monitor anything that it can talk to over just standard IP. It uses protocols that are already built into the machines that you're trying to scan. So depending on what's on the other end of the WAN, it should be able to work. If not, he can always set up a remote collector, and what that'll do is that'll scan everything at the site and send it back up to the central installation, and that's already built in. That's been in since 4.5. So yeah, it should be able to work.
Cool. Great. Hope that answers the question. Sounds like it did. All right, for the developers, that is you, David. What is your favorite new feature of Spiceworks 6?
Oh, that would be mine. My new features. No, I think the knowledge base is going to be quite successful. There's a lot of stuff around cloud services. I think that there's a bunch of great new features that are coming out. So yeah.
Excellent.
But
no bias, of course.
I'm very proud of mine. Clearly. So, yeah.
I might actually be able to answer this one, but you guys jump in and tell me, keep me honest. When is the next beta drop? I just talked to Nicole Tanzio a few minutes before this, and she said that the new build is going in this morning, and she's doing a post about it. Is that right?
I'm pushing it right now.
There you go. So there's a new build out there to test, everyone. Go to the Spiceworks 6 group to find out how.
Yeah, that should be up. That should be up probably sometime after lunch here. We'll have it.
So not right now.
Yeah, it's in the process.
Excellent. Very good. And that is the third build, right, in the beta so far?
That'll be beta 3.
Beta 3. Okay, next question. From M.I. Junkin. When will the knowledge base be available for testing in beta?
So the knowledge base was released in beta 2. We have some updates that are coming out in beta 3, and so you'll see the specifics around that in the test plan and everything else that people can check out as soon as we finish uploading the latest copy.
Excellent. So it's available to test now, but the latest one will be available later this afternoon. So soon. All right, this question is, what differences are there between the various teams that you work with? Here at Spiceworks, I assume.
All the teams are pretty unique. We have some interesting stuff going on with the teams. They're giving a lot of autonomy to develop their features and get their part of the product up and running. So there's quite a few differences. Some of the teams are quiet, some of the teams aren't quite as quiet and vocal, but they're a lot of fun to work with, and you learn something new on each one of them.
So you guys sort of work together on a lot of different stuff during the day? You sort of work closely with each other, or is it?
Yeah, I would say the sport's kind of the front line. We try to be more involved with the community, make sure we're listening to the users directly, and pretty much, we vet everything that they bring in and bring it to test and dev and get their input because they have a little bit deeper knowledge of the app than we do, and from there we figure out if it's like a valid bug and get it fixed.
Cool.
Yeah. Brandon tells me when something's broken before it usually hits a user, and then James tells me after it's hit a user. So.
Either way, it comes to you.
It comes to me.
Another.
Yeah. So Dave's usually hiding under his desk.
Yeah, so it's really hard to find, but.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Will Knowledge Base have more functionality in the next drop? You kind of touched on this a little bit.
Yeah. Check the web, and you'll see all the new stuff that's out there, some of the new features and things to test that'll definitely be posted.
Okay. Next question from TJB2908. Ability to do inventory of devices manually added to Spiceworks using mobile or desktop? Hold on a second.
One more time.
Is that a mobile question?
Ability to do inventory of devices manually added to Spiceworks using mobile or desktop?
I'm not sure that that's going to be in 6, but I know that we've been talking about that one, and that's on our priority list. So
feature request?
Can you clarify that question a little bit more?
Yeah, so I think what he's wanting to know is from the iPad app or the Android app, can I add a manual asset in that application? And I know that that's on their feature list. I just don't know when that's going to hit. So.
Excellent. Okay. Next question from Marcus Bryan. Can alerts be focused to specific admins?
Not in 6.0, but I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, but I think it's something that's planned for the future.
Yeah, we've definitely seen feature requests for that type of stuff out there in the community. So, that's one of the things that comes back into our group quite a bit. I know James will take a look at them, and I'll end up taking a look too. As we're going through the release cycles, we'll look out into the community and we'll see what some of the feature requests are. And we're always trying to bring those back into the product and consider those as we're building it. So we're kind of the gatekeepers for some of that, and then Dave will give his input on what we can do from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I think that's it for the questions. Thanks everyone for sending those in. And I think we can just go ahead and I'm kind of a sort of a one-person operation, which is fine. Bear with me. I will pick the winner from this little thing here. Hold on. Why don't you pick it for me? That'll be more lucky.
You get to read it.
Yeah.
This is from Marcus_Brian.
Marcus Bryan had the winning question. All right, here's what I need you to do, though, Marcus Bryan. Send me a PM in the community. I'm Elise S, E-L-I-S-E, or send me an email, elise@Spiceworks, with your mailing address, and I'll get you that Spiceworks 6 t-shirt. Thanks so much, everyone, for sending your questions in. That was really fun. I hope you all got your questions answered and got a little bit of insight into what some of our day-to-day is here at Spiceworks. Don't forget to follow the Spiceworks 6 group. I mentioned it earlier, but it really is a great way to get all the latest and greatest on what's coming out in the beta and when it comes out. And it also lets you know how you can get involved in testing. And as I mentioned earlier, testing and feedback is a really important part of every release cycle, and we all really appreciate the time and effort that goes into testing. It helps us obviously make the product even better than it already is, and it helps you do the update when it comes around to doing that, when the final release comes out. So get in there and test. And lastly, when you follow the group, you'll find out where you can find all the recordings for all the past episodes. So follow the group, and if you have suggestions on what you'd like to see in any future live streams, send those to us and let us know. That's it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Time, Austin time. See you later.